Hello everybody and welcome to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about New Year projects, New Year challenges and things to come to push you out of your comfort zone. Yay! Welcome to another video everybody. So this video is kind of cool. It's something that I wanted to make for the end of the year. Because at this time of the year, a lot of content creators will often come out with post videos, whatnot, about their hobby resolutions or things that they plan to do next year. And I don't really want to make a resolution, so to speak, because to be fair, I did that this year and most of them I failed and a handful of them I completed. But what I want to do instead is set myself a challenge that I can do and ultimately push me out of my painting comfort zone. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in and I'm going to explain a little bit why and what that means. So my painting challenge, or as I'm going to call it, New Army New Year Challenge. And that is basically this bad boy. This is the Seraphim Army book. This army basically come around that Mrs. Pointy basically had options to get me things for Christmas. Yes, I know I've got the book and she didn't get me this for Christmas. She kind of let slip what I was getting, so I was like, right, perfect opportunity to nab myself a launch box that was still kicking about and get myself the nice cool battle tome. But that kind of just allowed me, while I had the box, to sit there and go, well, what actually am I going to do with this army? Now, as a lot of you, if you follow me, know that I paint in a particular way. I like to take my time. I don't really do speed painting. I don't really do things like airbrushing or anything like that. A lot of it is meticulously done by hand. A lot of shading and glazing and edge highlighting, and I try to replicate as close as I can to the box art style because that's what I enjoy. And I've been painting like this now for a long time, for quite a few years now, to try to get into that sort of method of painting. So what I want to do with this army, with the Seraphim, is to completely do things differently. And the first thing first is what I'm going to do is this army is going to be done with a strict set of rules that I'm going to lay down for myself. And if you too want to join in on this, then jump on the bandwagon and do a new army for a New Year challenge and set yourself these goals if you want. So what I want to do is, my army needs to be done in a timely fashion. So I can't spend weeks on a model. Like right now, I'm painting the Pope for my Cities of Sigmar army, and I've put in the better part of nearly 13 hours in on just that one model, and there's a lot more stuff still to do. So by the time I'm finished that, it's probably going to be pushing on at least 20 hours plus. I don't really want to do that with the Seraphim. The idea is to paint the army using contrast paints, which is going to be the main sort of way that I'm going to do this. And it's not going to be slap chop. I'm not a fan of slap chop. I will be using contrast paints, but I'm going to sort of do a little bit of edge highlighting and a little bit of blending and stuff afterwards. But the contrast paint is going to be where I get the speed into the project. And this is perfect for a Seraphim army because the models just scream out for this. And a lot of this actually comes from, and the army colours comes from, inspired a lot from what Henry over at the Cult of Paint did. And I'm just going to have a show you which video I did. So over on the Cult of Paint, Henry painted how to paint the Saurus warriors for the Lizardmen, Seraphim, Age of Sigmar. It's basically in the middle there, you can see it. And now the colour scheme that I'm going to be going for my army, massively inspired from that video, is the red and the white. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and I'm really digging that sort of colour scheme. So that's kind of what I'm going to be using as a reference. So thank you very much, Henry, over at Cult of Paint, for actually like inspiring me to do that. but I'm going to be tweaking it slightly. And the reason why I'm going to be tweaking this slightly is mainly because the colours that Henry uses on the mainly sort of the skin is kind of sort of like a purpley colour, and I want mine to be more of like a blue-grey, sort of, so it contrasts a little bit more with the red and orangey scales. So I've got all my contrast paints. They're just over here on my shelf. I have all of the colours I need for the scales. I have the colours I need for the skin and everything else, and the blue faces. And the weapons are going to be used with gold, and then going to be using contrast paints to shade them, quick edge highlight, and then they're going to be done. So like I said, the entire army is going to be done in a timely, speedy fashion. So I'm hoping that it should only take me a couple of months to knock out quite a lot of models. So what does that mean for content-wise? How am I going to show this? Well, in the new year, I will be doing a painting tutorial of what I'm doing, and I'll be doing some other bits and pieces of like how I'm approaching certain things. So if I come across anything, I'll do a video on it. But the main aim of this is to push me out of my painting comfort zone, because I don't paint like this. And I know that I still want it to be neat and tidy, and I still want the army to have a reasonably high tabletop finish, which is what I'm doing now with my Cities of Sigmar. And this is kind of twofold, really. One, it's really good as a painter to sometimes step out of your comfort zone and do something a little bit different. And two, if I want people to paint their models really well, I need to show them how to do it in a timely manner. That I can't turn around and go, we need to up the painting standard, say as an example, in the local tournament scene, and go, here's a model that I spent 25 hours on, because that just doesn't work. But if I can turn around and go, here's an army I did in a matter of months or a matter of days using these techniques, then that hopefully will inspire somebody to do the same thing. We have things like slap chop and we have airbrushes and all of that kind of stuff, but they have a certain look to them once they're finished. I want to sort of get a little bit higher than that and to see if I can achieve that. So that's basically what this is, and it's something I think we should all do. And this, I'm not going to do like hobby resolutions like I want to paint 100 miniatures, or I want to do, like I said this year I was going to paint my Slaves to Darkness and attend 5 events. I attended 4 and I'd never painted the army. So yeah, that didn't work. But this I think I can do. So hopefully. So if you want to get on board with this, then feel free to let me know in the comments if you're going to pick up an army and how you're going to go about doing it. And the reason why I picked Age of Sigmar is I was like, I wanted to do a secondary army that was fought a little bit different from my Cities of Sigmar, and I had multiple options that I gave to Mrs. Pointy, and Mrs. Pointy ultimately picked this, with her deciding to get me what she's got me for Christmas, which and then she kind of let slip with what she got me, so I was like, all guns blazing, let's go baby. So it's going to be cool. So yes, hopefully you'll be able to join me along this journey. I'm really excited about getting it started. I've got the models next to me. I'm going to get them built very shortly. And then I'm going to start thinking about how I'm going to do the bases and everything else. So I'm super excited. I think it's going to be really fun to do. So yeah, please, if you obviously want to follow on with this journey, I'll probably do a video log of how I'm getting along with it. And I'll sort of keep you all updated as well. So if you want to keep following, obviously hit the subscribe button down below. You can obviously, you can like the videos, you can drop a comment, you can ring that bell. Now, I'm not really going to put any of this sort of stuff in the members area, but helping out on the members area would be really, really good. As for the channel and how it's growing, I am like this far from hitting everything that YouTube wants me to hit, to have everything unlocked on the channel basically. So you'll probably start seeing adverts if you're not already seeing them, which is going to be super cool. So I'm really excited about that actually, and to actually get that done in a year, that's all down to you people for giving me the support and the likes and the shares and the comments and everything else. So thank you very much. You are all legends, so thank you. One thing I will be doing in the new year is we will be going back to regular live streaming. I'll be doing it here on YouTube, and it'll be basically just painting streams. I have now worked out how to split all of the audio apart, which is really cool. So we can stream and listen to whatever we want and do whatever we want during the stream. But when it comes to actually the sort of recording, a lot of that will be removed, which is really, really awesome. So, yay. So anyway, I'm going to stop waffling now. Thank you very much to everybody who has supported me so far. I hope you join me in this super cool project. I'm super pumped to get this done, and I can't wait to actually, at the end, show at least a 2,000 point army painted with essentially contrast paints in a speedy, timely fashion. And it's going to be super cool. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you in the next one, peeps. Goodbye for now.